Well, our focus is on a key meeting between poll strategist Prashant Kishor and Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in Delhi, reportedly on the party's turmoil in Punjab. Prashant Kishor has been holding a series of political meetings in the past few weeks. He was seen arriving at Rahul Gandhi's home for that meeting. And of course, it takes place against the backdrop of efforts to broker peace between Congress's top two leaders in Punjab ahead of polls next year. Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh and his chief in-house critic Navjot Sidhu. Sunil Prabhu joining us at this point with the latest on that story. We're tracking very closely. Sunil, what more do we know about this meeting? Is this entirely on Punjab and its sort of political crisis within the Congress, or is there more to it than that?
Well, this is definitely focused on Punjab, as I said earlier. Why is it happening? It's because Mr. Prashant Kishor is the nuts and bolts man and the eyes and ears of Captain Amrinder. Whatever has to be decided with Mr. Harish Rawat present, as well as Priyanka Gandhi, Vadra and Rahul Gandhi, they will be able to find some solution on how to go forward. So I think that's the reason for this meeting. As you're well aware, one is, of course, for a place for Mr. Sidhu in the organization. He's unlikely to join the Amrinder Singh cabinet. Also, he's expected to be the chairman of the campaign committee, apart from being member of the key deciding body in the Congress election committee. Having said that, a cabinet reshuffle is also expected, where various factions, various leaders from various regions have to be incorporated and put forward. And it's in that context that they are discussing threadbare those nitty-gritties so as to ensure that they are able to succeed and get this resolution. Because as you're well aware, we've been reporting this now for over 2 months, and the festering has really affected the Congress party deeply. And really, this is a situation which is going from bad to worse. And if there is any further delay, it's going to cost the party even further damage than it has already done.
Now, it's interesting that you say that, Sunil, on a day when there have been, once again, well, these sort of veiled tweets, in a sense, from Navjot Sidhu. One of them perhaps hinting at a ceasefire with Captain Amrinder Singh. Just last week, he put out a series of tweets on the power crisis. But today he talked about, if the opposition dares to question me, yet they can't escape my pro-people agenda. This means they have resigned to their fate, in a sense, striking out at the opposition. But earlier, he had sort of triggered another round of guessing games, really, saying the Aam Aadmi Party had always recognized his work in the state, and they know who is fighting for the state, giving rise to some speculation that perhaps he was warming up to the Arvind Kejriwal party. Ghazali is also with us at this point, along with Sunil. Well, I believe we don't have Ghazali yet, but Sunil, if you want to sort of weigh in on that, Navjot Sidhu keeping everyone guessing, even as the High Command, in a sense, goes into a huddle to discuss what next in Punjab?
Well, Ankita, as you're well aware, Sidhu is Sidhu, and this is famous. We've seen him in Parliament. We've seen him when he was with the BJP. We've seen him when no less than the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, who's supposed to be an extremely careful and calculating politician, nominated him to become a member of parliament, and then he left that, resigned his nominated MPship to join the Congress party. So a lot has travelled, and that is typical Navjot Sidhu. He's got those one-liners, he's got that charisma, as Captain Amrinder told the panel, that he's a great orator, he's young, and he's got the ability to be a crowd puller. So he's got all those pluses. We'll have to wait and see how he delivers on this. But definitely, he's somebody which everybody will have to watch out for. The Congress knows they cannot take him for granted.